swaps. They stayed a little bit in the middle of the pack through most of spring. Towards the later part in round 2, they did a lot better. They went to playoffs. They were almost able to make the grand finals of spring, but they fell short. And the fact that we can even have a conversation about T1 here in summer, where they have solidified their roster, coming in as underdogs against Nongshim, the fact that that's something that you can discuss, that's an opinion that you can have, it's completely legitimate right now, says a lot about the changes we've seen from season to season. As we take a look at just a lot of really powerful range damage here in this draft already. So Nocturne is something that's left open here, and when you run the Rumble and the Varus together, Nocturne is definitely one that jumps out at you as a pick that, even though it's fallen out of priority big time here this week in the LCK, something that we could see. Teddy, you know, a great Senna player, have the opportunity to pick it here with perma mid-prio. Even with Lucian blind here, you're almost guaranteed to have that.
Yeah, and you can send a Kens to deny the Kens from the Varus as well. So that could be what they are looking for here, although there is a delay on just the auto-lock Kens, so maybe they are considering a different line here.
You can't stop the Thresh pick, so Set will come in instead, and you and I were joking about like Senna, fasting Senna with Set in the bottom lane seems like pretty strong too when you consider where he's at in this. Varus down there on the bottom side. It's going to be a lot tougher for Varus to try to look for very aggressive trades, as looks like we will see the Sylas as the final pick here. So probably Nocturne into the Lucian. The Sylas goes to the mid lane. We have really good wave clear for Nocturne. It's not fun to play against Lucian as either of these champions, just because that's how he works. Like, he's a perma-prio champion in almost every meta, in every solo lane. So here we go. I mean, this draft ended up being gnarly. Kind of feels like it's not being utilized the way it was supposed to.
All right, well, this is going to be their first chance as the flash comes in from Rich. Gets that fear down, and there is no escape for Kana, who decides, nope, not even going to flash away from this one.
All I had to do was complain about it, Valdez, and it happens right before us, right before our eyes. There's the first paranoia. Finally, the move is made here to try to get control over this early part of the game.
And Peanut here to try to clear the waves. Equalizer about to come off cooldown. And this should get a charge as the cask is actually spell shielded. We got a one-on-one in the bottom side. Keria is just soloing Duck Tom just like that, able to take him out.
It all comes back.
On the top side,
It all comes back.
Comes back to Set. We also had a kill, though. Pressure for your team. He's going to be enjoying it. Now, Nongshim are going to be able to get this as Keria dodges there. Not able to get the face breaker, but here we go. Faker is here, and Duck Dom just hates his life because there was no vision to spot Faker coming down, and he is never going to win that 1v2.
Doesn't have flash, you know, as you pointed out, wasted earlier. Didn't Young get so meheba, like, can you put up a performance? Like, can you act? So bait it, basically, is what he's saying, and works out super well. Yeah, going back to what I was about to say, like, a very familiar situation with Nongshim where, okay,
this is one way to do it. There's a lot of damage coming out here from Rich, looking for the solo kill, but Kana splashing the right way, and now with Cuz coming up, they're easily able to isolate him.
Gory comes down here too, so another wasted teleport. That's a lot of lost value here for Nongshim. I mean, the kill alone is really terrible, but the fact that you commit the teleport there and aren't able to
smite it with his arrow, it looks like. We're zooming in on a potential engage. The Predator was popped here from the Gragas, but T1 decide, you know what? We're okay with this. It's not soul point. We have mid-track here on the mid lane turret. We're going to get value other than the Drake that you just got. We're going to put up our Azir turret, set up camp here in the mid lane, and force you guys to come into us as the cask there from Gory, not able to do much except push them away.
No, not very strong there.
Nothing you can do with the Nocturne in the side lane. You set the Sylas on the other side. You begin to, okay, here's one thing. They go for it. The aggressive play. The stopwatch is there. The Equalizer got such incredible value as Rich tries to kill Faker, and he will, but he did have to flash for that one, going very deep under that mid turret. And, you know, Nongshim, they still have these pieces in their comp. They still have the buttons that they'd love to press. But, you know, took them a while. They finally pressed their buttons, and they're only able to trade 1-for-1.
Yeah, and part of that's because they had that really deep wraparound from Rich. He had that turret down. Look at all the vision.
Equalizer is pretty nice. Faker is burning down, and he's going to go down to the Rumble. The Devourer comes out on the Gory, but look at the front line. Rich is going to soak so much damage with that stopwatch. He's trying to get onto that back line. Not able to kill Kana, but there's so many low health bars on the side of T1, and Peanut is so huge on this Rumble. Frontlining, able to get into the Zonias. That was like the 6th one we saw in the fight, as now Kana is all alone. The lick will miss, but Nongshim will hit on the team fight.
Nongshim, 20-minute gold deficit. 10 minutes into the game, 15 minutes into the game, gold deficit. 30 minutes, that's when it starts to come online. That's when you see these good team fights. And once again, this was a bit of a greedy fight from T1. They didn't know where Gory was. He's on the edge there. Such a great engage from him. And the fact that they have Devour means that he can actually survive that initial burst. He can heal himself up afterwards. And it's a lost fight from T1 from that moment on. And what looked like seemed to be a fairly safe Baron from T1's perspective ends up being a lost team fight that goes over. So we're going to watch this perspective of Duck.
80 carry in 2021.
Yeah, I think you said it best. I don't have anything to add. So look at where Gory is here. They have a ward, but it's too late. He steals Faker's ultimate away, and Faker is stuck between a rock and a hard place. You can't actually go to the left because Gory will blow him up. And then while they focus on Gory, the rest of T1, he gets devoured. So you just can't kill him there. Rich does so much with the stopwatch, and T1 spent a majority of that fight doing nothing because Faker was caught between a rock and a hard place. Teddy was not in a position where he could actually do any damage. Rich did everything with that stopwatch, and like you said, Peanut is so fed. You can finally see it when the one opportunity
absorbs pressure.
He's a sponge,
he absorbs damage. Somebody make the set sponge skin already, as you can throw everything. I mean, they threw so much in. They didn't use the equalizer though. As the follow-up cast and the equalizer does come in. The bird damage is so huge, and Kana goes down. But the follow-up engage from Faker is good. They get the top 10s, but now Faker's all alone. The rest of his team is too low, and Nongshim win a big fight. They're gonna be looking for this inhibitor.
Oh, and they might be looking for more than the inhibitor here, Valdez. Peanut has had so many games where in the early game, he doesn't pop off, he doesn't get fed, but he doesn't die. He does not make mistakes, he does not feed enemy laners. He plays a very passive farming jungle style right now. We see it on the Nilly, we've seen it on his Rumble, and later on in the game, he makes the big plays. This is another one of those big moments for him. And Nongshim, they're looking for more. Like I said, they might, if they have minions here, they might be looking to end the game. They're gonna
levels on the Senna up here, as Teddy is desperately trying to get away. He will die. And that's a pick right there. That set goes in. Keria sets up a massive play with this one, but the Rumble is still alive. Peanut is so scary, but they hold on to their inhibitor somehow with that engage.
Somehow, miraculously, the fact that Rich isn't here means they can help push this back, and I won't say what it all goes back to, but at the end of the day, they have a really nice engage. Con play is
I like
what they
this,
need.
But Gory's coming in. The equalizer doesn't do much. Faker has to flash out of it, though.
Not a great fight for either team, but Nongshim looking to pounce here.
Trying to cut off the minions and stop the mid push. They will be somewhat successful, although they pull themselves apart.
Gory has Emperor's Divide, don't forget. T1 vulnerable. Keria leading the pack.
Vision is coming in. And let's see, they're gonna pull off of the Baron as Keria not able to find actually as he gets spell shielded. Nongshim are all over the place, but that is a massive equalizer separating Faker from the team, but it does not matter. He stands his ground and is able to stand up to Rich. They take out the Nocturne, but remember the old days of lethality Varus on red side. It's so hard to do Baron against
so
this.
hard.
You just get poked down. And I don't know if they can do it. I mean, they'll have to engage onto the Varus.
The scuttle here is actually super important because they have a lot of vision. They cannot clear that.
They have a lot of damage. They do have a lot of damage here. Maybe they can ignore the Varus.
Equalizer's almost up for Peanut.
Yeah, the equalizer will be huge, but it does not matter. The damage comes out from the Varus. There is the equalizer. It burns them down.
They're
Teddy
trapped.
has to get out of this one. Cuts finds a massive combo
play
onto the Rumble, but he dies immediately afterwards as the rest of T1 say, no, we're too low. We cannot follow up. We have.
Yeah, you talked about the red side defense here with the Varus, but like it's too late.
Yeah, they just don't even have any time. I mean, in goes Peanut. There's no steal. That's a nice equalizer that comes in, but Keria denies them. In goes Rich on the left side. Who's going to be more tanky? I would bet on the set, but now he's being kited out, and Duckdom just has way too much damage. Cuz extends in, trying to get the damage onto Duckdom, but it does not work out, as Baron is secured by T1, but they cannot fight over the Elder.
You can't fight for the Elder, so you're going to try to have to split push. Look at the teleport coming through. They're going to try to end this game through other means. This is going to force Nongshim back. They're going to have to be on the defensive. This is such a smart call here from Kana and T1. They're grouping up.
Record. This is now the longest game of 2021.
They're going to look for maybe one more inhibitor here. There's no inhibitor turret. Look at Rich. Paranoia almost up, by the way. Not that he needs it at this moment, but he's going to have it in just a second here. Gory's also got a nice flank out. He's going to cast.
Yeah, this is just going to burn them down so much, and they do have the Senna. And there it is. I mean, one arrow, you get the one. Okay.
They're going to try to punish Rich, but he should be able to get out of here.
There is a way for T1 to kill Rich and then 5v4 Elder, even against Baron. Rich is pretty fast, but he's not faster than this. He's going to try to, okay.
Empress Divide's going to block him.
Yeah, going in now, trying to make something of this, looking to escape to the north side. He has a GA. He's going to go down.
Minions.
Yeah, look at the push on the top side with the Baron. They're going to take him down. They do it in quick amount of time, but this turret at least will go down, and maybe even the inhibitor as well in the trade.
Yeah, they're not winning this game from team fights. They're just winning it from smart rotations.
This is on Vision. They don't seem to care. Gory has TP. Will he use it? The answer is no. The equalizer is here, though. Look at Faker's health bar. Can they get out of this one? The Paranoia is in, but nobody on the side of Nongsim wants to engage. Finally, they go on out of Cuz, but Rich is too low. Cuz, he's all alone, and I think they're going to get him. Down he will go, and in goes Gory all alone. They might be able to trade it back as Gory, I think, unfortunately for him, may have just thrown that lead, but the Chains of Corruption on Nakana nearly kill him.
He's got a GA. He's going to survive for now. There's a lot of poke damage here. You know, in terms of the trade-off here, you lost your engage as both teams.
That's probably a win for the Nocturne right now.
Oh, this is so tense.
Okay, looking to turn on Keria again. They're looking to just get onto Keria, but T1, they won the Elder Drake. And they're just going to go for it. The Equalizer, though, is getting a lot of damage. They will move away.
Could be a 50-50.
And look at the trading on the bottom side. Rich is trying to get on in here. The Senna Shield comes in, and the 4-on-4 over the Elder. Gory nearly goes down, but Duck Dump kills Cuz. And that's the enemy jungle gone.
That means no smite here for T1. They're going to have to try to collapse on Rich, but I think it's too late. Keria's still alive.
Spite is still happening. Rich is going to get away. And the damage out of the Varus is just disgusting. 65 minutes in.
I can't see how T1 win this game anymore. I can't see it. Faker and Kana both have teleport, but there's 3 inhibitor turrets up, 3 inhibitors up. You can't try to make a counter play. And now you're going to have to defend your base against... But like I've said, you know, many times T1 have won a few trades and they've been able to win some macro exchanges, and they got that, you know, that Baron earlier on. But they haven't been able to take any straight up 5v5 fights yet, and this is going to be the hardest they take all game.
Okay, here we go. The poke is coming out. Keria's looking for the engage. Chains of Corruption go wide.
Teddy is practically able to auto-attack the enemy fountain.
That is very true. The push here with the Baron, you can see that still you're up against Azir. Azir still exists in the game.
So quickly, these Nexus turrets haven't taken any damage. They're going to start taking some now.
Hey, here we go, trying to get on top of the Senna. The Equalizer does do good damage. Keria's looking to get onto Peanut in the back line, but it can't. And look at the turrets.
Nexus.
The turrets go down. You could just click the Nexus and end the game, and they will be able to do it in 70 minutes. Nongsim will win the longest game of 2021 at the LCK.
And it will be one of the longest games we see, I think, internationally all year, as Peanut comes up so big in the later parts of this game. He and Duck Dom absolutely carried with the amount of damage they were able to safely put on later on.